everybody, so I just recently posted a gear video of all my gear that I'm going to be taking on the CDT, and a lot of you had some questions about my gear and why I'm not taking certain items with me, or if I'm going to be sending stuff out in the future. So I just wanted to answer all these questions. Yeah, let's start answering them. Okay, so let's see. Smiley Happy Radio said, I wondered if you're using an odor-proof bag inside your food bag, and if you mail a fuel canister to yourself in resupply, is that allowed? So I personally have never used an odor-proof bag on trail at all. I always just use my food bag or my bear canister if it's required in that area I'm hiking in. So I just use my Z-Packs bag, the food bag, and I just either sleep with it, so I use it as my pillow, or I hang it if necessary. If there's, cables, then I use the cables to hang my food, but I normally just sleep with my food. I will do that on the CDT, and where I'm in grizzly country, I will have my food in the bear boxes and camp at the designated campgrounds that have the bear boxes. So the answer to this question is no odor-proof bag, just my Z-Packs bag, and I buy the fuel canisters in town. Okay, the next question. LT asked, nice gear review. Thank you. Did you mention your pack base weight? Best wishes for your hike. Thank you. So my pack base weight, I put a link in my description of the gear video. I'll put one down here in this video as well. The lighter pack website I put up in the description of the gear video, and I'll put in this video as well. So that's where you could find all the info of, the weight of each item and the links to each item as well. All right, so John asked, are your Palante packs too small for the CDT? By how much? So my Palante packs are not too small for the CDT. The Joey Palante pack may be too small for the CDT, but my other Palante pack, the V2 Palante pack and the Grid Stop Palante pack, would work perfectly fine for the CDT. But I chose to just use different gear this year, and I just want to try out different gear because I'm a gear nerd. I like, every type of gear and, showing you guys how they work and everything. So, yeah, I would definitely bring Palante packs on the CDT. But like I said, not the Joey Palante pack, the V2 or the Grid Stop. But, on the CDT, you're out there for a lot longer. So, yeah, I'm using my Osprey pack this time. But I definitely would recommend Palante packs on the CDT. All right, so DX said, no Puffy, or did I miss it? So I got this question a lot. Let's see, let me go through them. So DX asked that. And then I have Jan also said, what Puffy will you have sent to you? And then, let's see. Jigworks also said, what kind of puffy jacket are you carrying? So this is a very popular question among all of you. So I personally, when I'm on trail, I never wear my down jacket, when I'm hiking. You don't want to hike in a down jacket. You'll get sweaty, and then once the down jacket is wet, it just does not keep you warm. So the only time I would be wearing the puffy would be at camp. I am rarely at camp, and if I'm at camp, I'm always in my sleeping bag, so I wouldn't be wearing my puffy. So I personally, when I take my puffy out on trail, it's almost dead weight all the time for me because I only wear it once or twice on the entire trail. So I'm not going to be sending out my Puffy out to me or carrying my Puffy at all. My fleece has always worked well for me. You know, you can't go off of what I'm saying because it might not work for you. You might like to sit at camp and wear your Puffy, stay warm, sit around a campfire. But when I get to camp, I'm there. I'm setting up my tent or setting up, my cowboy camping, anything like that. I'm going right to sleep in my sleeping bag. So I'm not hanging around needing to stay warm with my Puffy jacket. So the answer to that is I will not be taking my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket out on trail. I used it, I took it on the PCT in 2019, and I took it on the AT in 2020, but I only wore it once or twice. It's not needed, in my opinion, but like I said, don't go off of what my comfort level is. You might not be comfortable with not having a puffy jacket. I also explained this in a earlier video, why I like wearing my fleece out there and not my puffy. I'll leave the link up here somewhere so you could see and watch that video as well. But yeah, so the answer to that question is I will not be taking a puffy jacket. I will not be taking my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Paul said, thanks for the gear list. Are you not going to carry the following: down coat, gloves, toque, first aid kit, trowel, knife, bug net / repellent? Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the first one. Down coat, I explained that in the last question. I will not be sending one out, and I won't be carrying one as well. Gloves, I might be sending my gloves out, and it just depends on how I'm feeling and how the weather is, and I might be sending my gloves out. So these will be the gloves I send to myself if I need a pair of gloves, but I normally do not need gloves on the trail. It just depends. So these are the gloves I used on the AT. Kept my hands nice and warm, but like I said, I usually just keep my hands in my fleece pocket. So there's a front pocket to my fleece. I usually just keep my hands in there and walk like that, because I overheat when I'm in these gloves. My hands get sweaty and it's just not comfortable for me. So it'll have to be very, very cold for me to send these out, but they are in the box that my grandparents will look at, and if I say, hey, I need these gloves sent out, then send these out. So these gloves will be in that maybe pile. A toque, I'm not sure what that is. Let me look that up real quick. So I'm guessing you're Canadian, because I looked it up and it said in Canada it's like a beanie, probably. I think that's what you mean, but no, I will not be taking a beanie as well. I've never needed to wear one. The only reason I'd wear one is, just the extra cute little hat. I would wear it as a accessory, like not for warmth or anything like that. Like I just never really wear beanies. I'm not comfortable in beanies, so I won't be taking one as well. First aid kit. So first aid kit is the most I carry would be a little tube of Neosporin. A trowel. So I never carry a trowel. I always, find a stick, find a rock, and dig with that. And some people need the trowel. They, find it easier, but I've always just used a stick or a rock to dig my cat holes. So, I won't be taking a trowel as well. A knife. So I've never carried a knife on my long distance trails. Some people use it for cheese or I don't even know. I don't know what you would use a knife for out there. The only thing I would use a knife for would be cheese, but I just bite into my blocks of cheese like that, or I'll just tear it apart with my hands. So yeah, knife, I don't have any use for a knife out there. Bug net, so I won't be carrying a bug net. If it's buggy, I'll just hike faster down the trail because they can't catch me. That's what, I've always done. That's what I did in Florida, every other trail that has had mosquitoes. So yeah, I won't be carrying a bug net. Repellent, so I did not add the repellent in the video because, so it's like, it's not added to my base weight. So I did not include that in the video, but I will be using some Sawyer Repellent for mosquitoes. It's really small. Yeah, it works great. It's up to 12-hour protection from mosquitoes and ticks. So I'll be using this. And also this. So this is a lotion. I'll use that as well. So I'll just have my grandparents send these out when the bugs are really bad and I just need a break from it. But and I also have sprayed my gear with the permethrin from Sawyer, so that has worked great for all of my through hikes that I've done. So yeah, I did not include this in the gear video because it doesn't go towards my base weight, but I will be using this. So no sleep clothes, just the clothes I hike with, or no clothes at all to sleep in. All right, so let's get to the next question. Kim said, "Hey Daisy, love the gear video. You do carry your wallet bag in your pack or in something like a fanny pack. Will you have any dry sleep clothes and a puffy? I know I get so sweaty hiking. I need to peel off all the wet clothes at camp so I don't get cold. So excited for you." Oh, okay, so let's see. So I'm not going to be carrying a fanny pack or anything like that. I will just have my wallet in my food bag. I'll keep that in there, or I will keep it in my like miscellaneous Ziploc bag that I have with like my power bank and all that. I'll keep it in there, and then when I get to town, I'll just carry that and put it in my bra, use that as my as my purse, as my fanny pack. So yeah, I'll just carry that around town, just the Ziploc bag if I'm out, resupplying and stuff like that. And yes, I do not carry a fanny pack. I just, my purse is my bra. Let's see. Will you carry any sleep clothes? So no. And a puffy? No, I will not. Like I said, if I'm sweaty, like you said, you get sweaty and you need to peel off all your wet clothes, I'll just, get out of all my wet clothes, sleep in my sleeping bag naked, or I will just have, I will switch into my leggings that I wasn't wearing and my Melanzana fleece that I wasn't wearing. But those I also hike in as well. So it just depends on the day and what I hike in. But normally it's just it's sleeping in my clothes that I wore during the day. So last, the sun lotion. So all the sunscreen I have it separated in the different resupply boxes, and I will be sending myself out every other resupply box. I'll send out sunscreen. But in the gear video, I did not include the sunscreen because I was putting my base weight out there. The sunscreen is, it's not added towards your base weight because you use it. So yes, I will be carrying sunscreen. I have the 100 SPF, so that'll be great. Yeah, definitely I'm going to be using sunscreen all the time out there and look like a ghost probably. So yes to sunscreen. So this is the sunscreen. I have about 10 of these stored in one of my drawers. So my grandparents will send these out every other box because I'll be using it constantly because the sun's just gonna kill me. So yeah, just taking care of my skin with this sunscreen. So Anne asked what type of Vasque shoes I'm going to be wearing, what type they are. So the Breeze LT Low GTX shoes from Vasque, that's what I'm wearing, the men's. 13, I have big feet. So yeah, I'll be using those. I'll leave a link in the description for those shoes. And yeah, so I'll be using those along the trek. And I will be trying out different shoes from Vasque as well along the trail, but these have been working for me great, so I'll leave the link in the description. Anyways, so those are all the questions that I got down from the gear video that I wanted to answer. So if you have any other questions, leave them down below. Like I said, it's almost time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm getting excited. I pretty much have everything done. Now it's just work until the end and get my vaccine shot, my second shot, and then head to the airport. So, yeah, keep asking the questions. Let's keep talking. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.